intro, girl. We're here for moral support.
Oh my gosh. Okay, y'all. Shout out to my cousin, Alexis Janelle Hairstylings on Instagram.
Period. Because
the curls were curling. The humidity from my car to the house kind of got me. Because Texas is very cold, misty,
rainy.
All the things.
But it's still lasting. It's still behaving and maintaining, okay?
Period.
Get into it.
And as you all know, this is just the beginning. It's your girl, Lexi Live. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's another episode or segment of Lexi Live, this time with Ayisha. I am trying to get back into storytelling. That is what I have a heart for. Yeah. That is what I went to school for. And I feel like there is so much freedom that can be found when other people share their stories and can help other people. So this is what Lexi Live is. We're sitting down with different people in different aspects and different areas of influence and all the things. And they're going to talk to you about their journeys, whatever that may look like. Lexi Live with Ayisha Nicole. The fashionista, a woman that wears many hats, because what doesn't she do? Okay, businesswoman, fashion woman, creative influencer, all the things. I'm gonna let her tell y'all who she is in a minute. But yeah, we met 5 years ago at Shoreline in a Connect group.
Yes.
She actually came over because I'm very shy. My TikTok, YouTube, it may not look like, okay, no, I said I was gonna stop saying I was shy because at church, at Social Girls, they said that shy was a cute way of saying you're afraid. Yeah, did you hear that? Were you there for that part? Yeah, she was like, shy is just a cute way of saying that you are afraid. Like, it's dressed up, it's fear dressed up, basically. And I was like,
Like, you ain't speaking that of myself at all.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I'm just reserved. We'll go with that. I can be reserved in large settings when I don't know people. And it was my first ever Connect group. And she was like, hey. And I was like, hi.
Social butterfly over here.
That is how this came to be. Yeah, we rededicated our lives and got baptized on this
together.
Yes. On the same Sunday. We have road trip together, concerted together. Yeah. We've done a lot.
Done a lot.
Yeah. Done a lot. Okay, well, I will let you tell them who Ayisha is.
We're not starting off with so we're gonna cut that out. Or we can leave it in, okay? Because this is raw, real, and uncut. But as she said, I am Ayisha Nicole. I am a content creator. I'm a wardrobe stylist. I'm a financial planner, businesswoman, consultant, all of the things. And I am just excited to be on Lexi's channel because, y'all, this is why I love my girl, okay? Because I have not been on YouTube in forever, like a year forever. So I'm excited to be here and get into this interview because I don't know what she's gonna ask me. So this is gonna be my real, raw, and authentic self to whatever you have on the docket for your girl.
No, because low-key, I just told all my friends that I wanted to interview them for YouTube, and they were like, yeah, just let me know when. So one, they're real ones. Two, I've not told them nothing about, I have not prepped them. I wasn't these are kind of questions, we think about them. I didn't do any of that. I was just like, all right. And they'd be like, I'm free this day. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah, literally. She's not lying. I have no idea what's about to take place, but look, we already done prayed over this video. That's what it is.
Yeah. Oh, she also didn't mention she's a prayer warrior, y'all. That is what I was going to say earlier. This girl.
Look.
Period. I should wear mine. It's okay.
Art of homage.
It's okay. Yeah. Somebody that's going to pray.
Yeah. Pray it down. Come to my women's conferences, y'all.
She gonna pray. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. If you could describe yourself in 3 words, what would you say?
See, this is why I like the cheat code, y'all. If I could describe myself in 3 words, I would say, evolving.
That's good.
Dang, I never thought that would be that hard. Okay, evolving ambitious, and what would be my last one?
Faith-filled.
Seeking.
Okay. We were here. Because I said
Seeking.
faith-filled, but that's the same thing.
Seeking. Whatever God has for me, that's what that means. So I ain't just saying, oh yeah, I'm seeking, I'm looking for somebody. No. Seeking.
We were here. I knew what you meant without you having to explain.
Yeah.
That's really good. Mm-hmm. Wow, okay, I like that. Evolving, ambitious, and seeking. Mm-hmm. Yes, I can
attest to that.
Yes, yeah. That's I'm like, what's the word? But yeah,
right.
That is yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so actually we're gonna like pivot a little bit because Ayisha is from Florida, and she moved here. Didn't you move on Faith? Yes. Mm-hmm. She left home and moved across the country, and then so she's gonna talk about that. But then not only did she do that, she also was working corporate, and she left that on Faith to start her own business.
I know who I thought I was.
So let's start with your move from Florida to Texas. Like, what sparked that? What got you to that point where you were like, I gotta go?
Like, I'm gonna do this thing?
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess I'll flash back to when I graduated college. So I graduated college in 2017. And for somebody who was so involved in school and all of the things, like I ain't had no job offer. I didn't have anything waiting for me when I walked across that stage. So I knew that resorted to me having to move back home to my mom's house. And I gave myself 1 year. I prayed about this. I was like, God, I'm gonna do this for 1 year and then I'm out. I always had places where I desired to live, which was Georgia, California, and Texas. I had been to Georgia, but out of California and Texas, I had never been to either one of those places. But I told God that I was going to commit to working. You know, I got recruited for a job in corporate America. Shout out to PwC. They still, you know, a dope firm. But I worked there for a year, but I was intentionally saving because I knew what me and God talked about and that it was going to be me moving. So when I decided and I settled on Texas, it was long before I had even visited here. So everybody was like in my ear, like, how you moving to Texas and you ain't never even been there before? Like, I said, I don't know, but I'm going, you know? I'm going.
I'm doing it.
You know, a part of me, like, I look back on it now that I've been here for 5 years, like, hearing people tell me that I wasn't going to do it, I definitely feel like that played a role in me actually doing it, although I had all the faith in the world that I was going to be all right. So, you know, I really had to, I guess, not even like financially prepare myself, but mentally prepare myself because like she said, like all my family, like they're still there. Like I was 22 years old about to make this move and I've never even lived fully on my own before. College, I always had roommates and stuff like I said. So I'm not only just moving to another, you know, state, but I'm moving by myself and really about to learn things about myself that I don't know, and I'm gonna get a feel for what I like, what it truly means to be an adult. And you know, when God confirmed it in my spirit, I just dived in with both feet because I knew that he was gonna meet me on the other side, even if there were instances where I felt like I was gonna regret my decision because I didn't know how to do this or I didn't know how to do that, or you know, down to the little things. I think it was definitely a true testament and one of the biggest parts of my faith journey because I'm still here. That's number one. I never had
5
to move
years
back.
later?
Yeah, 5 years later, I never had to, you know, move back home. I've had ups and downs, but, you know, God has just remained faithful, literally. And I think me moving away from my comfort zone is what truly helped me learn and find who Ayisha was in these different seasons.
So we should leave our hometown at least once in our life, huh?
Yeah, you should. Because when you get out your comfort zone, it's like God really will show you some things when you're willing to get uncomfortable. And I think a lot of people, you know, neglect that idea and that thought because they're scared. But that's your flesh. Like, that's the reality you speaking like, no, I can't. Because, you know, if you walk out this life like, oh, you're gonna fail or you're always scared to take risks. God, you leave God no room to truly be God. So that's what I say to that. Like, I don't regret this move at all. I'm so thankful that Dallas has played such a big role in my life. Like, and this is my first friend in Dallas, y'all. So that should tell you something. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I can't believe that it's been 5 years. One.
Yeah.
Because I met Ayisha when I graduated from college.
Yeah.
And we both found Shoreline.
Mm-hmm.
You said a lot. Like, you said a lot. Moving across country, I can say, does stretch you.
Yes.
It does grow you. You do get outside of your comfort zone, and you're able to learn more about who you are, but you're also able to see another side of who God is.
Yeah, that's
because
good.
when I left,
talk about it. Talk about it.
When I left, I would say what Pastor Darius Daniel says, a holy discontent. And I knew that I couldn't stay here any longer because I was afraid of what would happen if I did stay.
Wow.
Because out of disobedience, though.
Yeah.
And when I left, it didn't make sense for me to leave on any aspect, like on any level.
Like,
My mom and dad were like, "You're doing what?" And then God started speaking to them, and it was like, "Okay." But I got to see his faithfulness in a whole new way. Like, I still haven't really spoken on California, and I will get to that one day. But yeah, I saw him do a lot of things, and I was just like, "What?"
Yeah.
Like, huh? Like, you literally could be like I would be thinking a thing, and here comes a text message, or here comes a phone call, or here comes groceries, or
Hey, God's like, I'm gonna work it out. Don't even worry about it.
Yeah. When you, like she said, if you, or like you said, if you are too scared to take a risk, you leave no room for God to be God. So I think that is very big.
Yep. Make the move, y'all. Make the move.
I'm gonna be.
Come on. Make the move.
Okay. Now, you also had a corporate job working here. She's working for a firm. One of the big three, right?
Big
four. Okay. One of the big four, but then she also left that to start her own business. So
Completely forgot about that part of the question. Sorry.
No, you're fine. You're fine. Like, because you're exercising your faith. So one required you to leave home and come out of your comfort zone, but that also, I feel like that gave you faith, like not really faith, but like the courage to do it again, but in another aspect. So what did that kind of look like the second time around?
So, like going from one corporate job to another, or one corporate job to
From corporate
entrepreneurship?
to
To entrepreneur.
that.
Like that thing. Lick your teeth again.
Golly.
You're gonna hate the video.
It's fine. Y'all getting it the real
deal. Y'all probably can't see it, but I'm not finna let her go out like that. Okay, so I would say we can edit that out.
It's fine. We're gonna look back on these, and then when I have a studio audience and all the things, we're like, wow.
Right. Like, look how far we've come. Exactly. Okay, so transitioning from corporate into entrepreneurship. Listen, when I tell you guys, it was one of the scariest things that I've ever done in my life. Like, I do not come from a family of entrepreneurs. You know, we got like a couple here and there, but you know, like they not even like living the life off the entrepreneurship train. And I just come from a working class single parent household. So that was like never something that was instilled in me. I never knew like how to go about that. But after 2.5 years of being with Deloitte, you know, I started to feel unfulfilled. And also like I was robbing myself of my potential. And so the important thing with that is once you get to a certain place, and especially it comes with being spiritually mature as well, because if you ain't up there with God, it's going to be hard to let go of a lot of things because you're scared that you're going to fall flat. But once I got to a certain place, and it was a situation that happened that transpired that really was like the cherry on top that I was like, I got to go. And I don't want to like get all into that, but you know, my intelligence was insulted. I'm a businesswoman first before anything, okay? So I made a proposal, short version. I made a proposal on how to make my department better and some things that we can implement just to make the industry more progressive, right? And I was asked like, you know, did you write this? You just spoke in such legal terms and it just sounds so professional. And I'm like, girl, I got 2 degrees. Both of them in business. This is what I do. But it was just like at that point where I was like...
Wait, so did they think that you like stole it from somebody?
My manager asked me to create a proposal for like what I wanted to do. I did. It was very detailed. Like I write proposals like, and so when she finally like went through it, she's like, did you write this? Like, I mean, and then I guess, and I don't even like to think about this story because it just makes me like, I can't believe you said that to me. But just the comment of your parents must be so proud, as if like you expected less than from me, or you expected me not to do it out the gate. That's like very insulting. And then, oh, your parents must be so proud. It's like, one, I work here. Like, if I can score a job at Deloitte and I just came from PwC, it's like, I'm doing something, you know, but I don't know. I just thought that was just very degrading. And it was like, at that point, I just completely checked out to where I said, I cannot continue to go forth in this. And I also started to feel like a do-girl in a sense when it came to certain projects and whatever else. And I felt like I was limiting myself there.
A do-girl?
Yeah, I started to feel like a do-girl. So I would have like clients, you know, I worked with different clients, whatever else, and it's like, okay, you know, do these projects, do this, whatever, but a lot of the tasks, it sometimes felt like
busy work.
Yeah, starting to feel like busy work, or just like I wasn't being challenged. Like, I don't ever want to get content, especially in a place where I feel like I'm no longer having to use my skill sets. That's like very important, because it's like, what are you even doing? So yeah, you know, the money is cool, not having like a true 40-hour work week, like that aspect of it was great and all, but I also know that I had way more inside of me than that role permitted for. And so knowing that God's placed in me that I'm meant to be a leader, that I'm meant to, you know, have things of my own, that's under my name, I knew that one day soon it's going to be time for me to head out. And so, you know, I really started putting the pedal to the metal when it came to developing what I wanted my own business to look like. And, you know, one of my greatest prayers was that I did not have to remove God. Whatever business that I birthed, I wanted God to be in it and the foundation of it. And I tell you, no lie, like from the time that I left, I walked away from my company November 2020. I started my business December of 2020. And from client number 1, like, I never had any clients that were not believers. I got to pray with every single client whose business I launched. Like, you know, just being able to talk about God through conversation, it made me helping them easier, because now I felt like I was solely doing kingdom work. And so that's how I knew that I was that I was walking in my purpose, and that I was doing the very thing that I could have possibly needed to be doing the whole entire time, but it just took me a while to catch up and see it. Because when you don't come from an entrepreneurial background, it's gonna be scary when you're first, you know, launching the business. All of the glitz and glamour, that's cool. You dropping your photo shoot pictures and, you know, all of the cute stuff. Lexi was in my shoot, y'all. But anyways, you know, you're dropping all of the cute stuff, but, you know, just to be transparent, you don't know what you're doing. If you've never been an entrepreneur before, you don't know what you're doing when you get started. So those first several months, even first couple of years, you're learning the ropes, and you're seeing what works. You're seeing what doesn't work. You're trying to master the whatever type of time social media is on at the given time, because
it's always changing.
It's always changing. So you master one concept, and now it's like, okay, Instagram doing something different now. Now I gotta try to master this, while also
now TikTok, here comes TikTok.
You get what I'm saying? And which I'm still me and TikTok, we got work to do. But I would say like the greatest challenge was also like the greatest reward, because I did the thing, which was made the move. And just like believe in God to meet me on the other side. You know what I mean? Like, did I have money saved up prior to leaving corporate America? Absolutely. You know, but I was never sure if I was going to be able to live off the funds that came in from my business, or if I would ever reach a low moment where now I'm having to live off my savings, which I did. Last year. You know? So like that would be what I considered like, you know, a low moment, because you never know like what to expect. The only thing that you can do is continue to try and get better. And I'm like speaking to myself right now, because I done stepped away from that business, and this conversation right now is like telling me now that like you need to get back on it, because I put so much into it from the beginning, and I know that what I was doing was helping people, and that's what I love to do. So I don't know, like it's been a challenge, but like I wouldn't trade it, you know, because to be able to birth something that is now your name, and everything that you do, it's a reflection of you. Like, it just really shows me how faithful my God is for me to even walk away from something that was consistent, for one, but also that made me feel secure. I know that God can show up in other ways to make us feel that way without us having to rely on the resource of man. So,
because he's our source.
Hello. Yes.
What doesn't she do? Like, what? But I remember, well, I can't say I remember her moving, because I didn't know her yet.
Yeah.
But I do remember her leaving her job, because I remember she was like, I don't know if I should do it. I'm like, girl, the amount of sermons we done heard that said start the business, he talking to you.
Listen, Lexi used to be sending me stuff like, yeah, look at this girl, and you know, like I think back on that type of stuff, because it's like, wow, like I really did it. I'm so proud. I'm in a different season now, but I did it. For 2 whole years, I ain't had no job. I was just solely an entrepreneur. So, you know.
And entrepreneurship is not easy. Like you said, like especially when like you're the only one to have done, like to be a trailblazer within your family, or whatever the case may be. Because even like with influencing, when I did that for a year, that was a whole thing. Me publishing a book, like you don't know what you're doing. You're just kind of making it up as you go, and trusting God as you step.
Yeah, literally. But we done a lot, y'all. We done did the influencer thing. We're both authors. Like,
come on.
It comes.
We're doing the thing. What did Angela Bassett say? She said, and when the award show, she was like, Angela Bassett did the thing.
Well, we're doing the thing. We're doing all the things.
I guess Angela Bassett did the thing. Huh?
I would ask you what you're most proud of, but I feel like you starting your business, you literally just, I feel like that answers itself, because you were like, I did it. Like,
yeah. All of those things. I mean,
because you've done a lot.
I don't be feeling like that until like until I think back on it.
Like, don't even get me started on her content. Like, because this girl be making outfits out of nothing, right? Like, if you need some outfit inspiration, every time she posts a video, I'm like, okay, go ahead and pack that up and send it to my house. Because there's people be like, Lexi, you can dress. I'm like, no, I know how to match. Right? I know how to put stuff together that looks good. Mm-hmm. She will pull a scarf and a blanket and a pair of pants, and she got a fit. And I'm like, girl, how did you, what? She texted me one day talking about something. you got me this blanket and there was a ribbon tied on it and it just brought my outfit together. I'm like, girl, what is you talking about?
We gonna put a picture of that in there. We'll put a picture of it in there.
Her brain. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. I think, and even you too, I think a lot of the times, like, we don't give ourselves enough credit, and sometimes it takes other people to help us realize what we carry.
Gotta call it out.
Yeah. I mean, I guess because when it's actually you, it's easy to make something feel like nothing that can seem so big to other people. Like,
writing a book.
You get what I'm saying? Like, that's amazing. Like, a whole entire book. Like, a whole entire book. When I wrote my first book, it was a guide to help, you know, entrepreneurs start businesses. I've got it jam-packed with resources and all these things, but, like, she got a book. Like, big book. But I don't know. I think if I had to narrow it down, for, like, the things that I'm most proud of, it's just, I don't know, like, not being able to, or going through life constantly realizing the light that I carry. That's what I'm most proud of, because when I think about, you know, it makes knowing that, I feel like, trumps anything that I've done that's tangible. Like, oh yeah, you know, I'm a stylist. Oh yeah, I'm proud of that. Oh yeah, I wrote some books. I'm proud of that. Oh, you know, I birthed my own business. Proud of that. Released some products. Proud of it. You know, but all of that contributes to the light that I carry, and the fact that God continues to use me as a vessel to do so much and to be a gift to the world in so many different facets. That's what makes me more proud than anything too, because and just shout out to my mama, because, like, that makes me proud knowing that I'm making her proud, because my girl got a rap sheet to brag on your girl. You know what I'm saying?
Like, and she doing this.
Yeah.
And look what she doing now.
Look at my baby's videos. You know what I mean? Like, the influencer stuff, all of that stuff is cool, but I think, you know, a lot of people are not graced to do a lot of things, and that's why a lot of people feel like, oh, they don't have purpose, which every single person in this world does. But a lot of people lack several gifts. You know what I mean? So it's like, and when I say that, it's not to, you know, throw shade or whatever else, but some people are more gifted than others. And, you know, I feel like God has just favored me so much because I can do so many things. Like, and execution is also key. So it's not that I can do a lot of things and have to do it. I can do so many different things with excellence. And I think that's something that, like, truly makes me proud, and I have to, like, remind myself of who I am sometimes, because mental breakdowns be long.
It's long.
Yeah, but I'm still human, and I feel like, just like anybody else, despite all that, I still have a mental breakdown from time to time. Like, you know what I mean? But God is faithful, all right? Yeah.
Oh, you really just said something, and I'm so upset that I don't know what I was going to say.
It's going to come back to you, and when it does, blurt it out, because it's your video.
Oh my gosh. No, you were saying something about, like, oh, the light that you carry.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Oh, and then, okay, it's coming back. The light that you carry, yes. Okay, so that, when you were saying about the light that you carry and the different things that you do, it just reminds me of, like, the different areas of influence that people are called to. Because, yes, God, like, the verse Matthew 5:16 says, let your light shine, that men may see your good works and glorify your Father which is in heaven. Mm-hmm. And I think some people can at times get caught up in thinking that what we do has to be done in church. And just in the church.
Yeah.
But like I said with other friends, like, the church can't be the church in the church, because how's the world gonna see the church?
Hello.
So to be a woman that is doing it in business, in fashion, in entrepreneur, like, all the different areas, like, your light is shining, because you're like, that is the thing that I'm most proud of.
Right.
Not the tangible stuff,
right.
not having all these things under my name, but the fact that my light is able to shine in different
areas.
Areas of influence. Like, I was like, oh, she ate.
Nah.
She ate! With that answer, she ate! And then when you're like, I'm able to do a lot of things, I'm like, and people think that they don't have purpose. But I had tweeted and threaded the other day that what bothers one person won't bother someone else. And what excites one person won't excite someone else.
Yeah.
We're all called to different things,
Yeah.
uniquely crafted and created. We have to run our race.
Yeah.
We can't look at the race someone else is running and think, well, they're doing all that. Like, I'm just whatever. Like, no, you have stuff that irks you, that excites you.
Right.
And when you lean into that, when you press into that,
Come on.
that's how you know, like, oh, this is what I was called and created to do.
Yeah.
Like when I was saying earlier, like, I have a heart for storytelling. Like, helping people tell their stories, like, what did you overcome?
Yeah.
How did you get here?
Yeah.
Because if you got over it or got through it, someone else might be dealing with the same thing. And if they like, oh, they did that?
Right.
Okay, bet.
Right.
I can do it.
Yeah.
And that doesn't mean like, oh, I can do what they did, because we're graced to do different things. So walk in your grace.
And your grace alone.
Yes.
Yours.
But if they got over, or if they overcame, then I can overcome.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's just so major, and something that people shouldn't forget, because when you do forget, that means you're allowing that comparison factor to creep on in. And that's just like, even when it comes down to, I don't know, convictions. Like, your convictions may not be somebody else's convictions. Like, we cannot compare our life to somebody else's life. Because our races they're two different races. And so when Lexi's talking about, you know, God has graced us to do different things, and the thrills of one thing may not be a thrill to someone else. Like, all of that is just such key things to remember, because despite the fact that this person over here can have 10 different things going on, and so it just seems like, oh, they're so amazing or whatever, but their 10 compared to the one that God gave you can be on the same exact level, because that's what God graced you to do.
That just made me think of
Like
the story of the talents. When God gave one person 1, he gave another one 3, and he gave another one 5.
Yeah.
But like,
Yeah.
they were all like, to him,
Yeah.
everybody had a talent. But what did you do with
With
the
that talent? Yep. That's so real. Y'all, are y'all catching the gems? Are y'all catching them?
We're on a roll.
Like, y'all might have to run this video back a couple times.
Thanks,
like,
Holy Spirit.
ooh, yeah. Because this is truly an authentic conversation. Like, I love it. Thank you, God.
What is an adversity that you have had to overcome?
I'm
I'm sure there's been a lot. There's life's for everyone. What is something, I guess, that you just feel like, I guess looking back now, you're like, okay, God, I see what you're doing.
That is such a good question. A question that I never even think about.
Not me having to guess thinking.
Yeah. Yeah. This is not one I could just spit off the dome.
I mean, it's fine. Like,
Think for a second.
if not, we can cut it out.
Oh, I know a great one. God, don't get mad at me. We already talked about this, though. Okay, so one of the greatest adversities that I've had to overcome is time.
Ooh.
Time.
I'm gonna let
That-
you, I'm gonna go.
I'm going to head out.
Yeah. What's that?
Thinking.
You can
Video over.
you can just finish.
Yeah, time. And I mean that just to elaborate a little bit, you know, thinking that I should have things by a certain time, or that the time that I desire, or the time that I felt like certain things should have happened.
We're done.
You know? And it hasn't happened. I had to overcome that adversity, and I'll even say challenge, because God continues to show me time and time and time again that his time is better than my time. So we're here. And y'all, time cultivates patience. And sometimes I don't have it.
Come on.
Sometimes I don't have it, but it's taught me to really release control and really surrender time. Because Listen, it seemed the 4-letter word can hold so much significance because the weight that carries in so many different areas and what it looks like, you know, like everything is tied to time. Like, oh, I don't got this job yet. Oh, my business ain't popped off yet. Oh, I'm not married yet. Oh, I don't have kids yet. Like, it's all connected to time. Like, time makes the world go round. Time makes the next day come about.
And his
like,
time is not our time. Like, that is the hardest thing.
Yeah, that's the hardest thing to accept. Is that God's time is not Ayisha's time. God's time is not Lexi's time. And so, you know.
Because if it was on my time, I would have had it.
Listen, I would have been wealthy. I would have been married with some little rugrats running around. I would have had the $1 million business by now. The freaking big home with 2 rooms full of a closet. Like, you know, if it was on my time. If it was on my time. But I think, you know, time is also a great teacher. And I couldn't be more thankful and accepting of that certain things have not come about according to Ayisha's time. Because had it, I could have not been ready for it, could not have been prepared for it. And I could have really, you know, lost myself if things always happened on my time. So I would say that's the greatest adversity.
That,
like,
she said a mouthful.
Yeah.
That in the chest. Same. Well, that's I'm gonna head out. Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
time.
Good. Yeah. No, because God's time is not our time. His ways are not our ways. And don't it say something about like a day, 1,000 years is but a day to him? Okay. Our last question is, what is the best piece of advice you've been given that you would leave with someone else? What's something that you think is valuable? It could even just be something that you may have learned in this season that you would want to leave with someone else.
Okay.
Because advice can be subjective.
Yes, it could. Yes, it could. I would just say to never underestimate the power of God's faithfulness.
Oh, that's good. She been preaching tonight. Okay.
And just to never forget it. Like, you know, and even if you ever get into a season where you feel like God is overlooking you, just even, I'm talking about in the heat of the moment, like, God, show yourself strong to me right now. Remind me of your glory right now. Remind me of your faithfulness right now. Through the testing times, through the good times, you know, because if you can praise God when he's done something in your life, like, that's cool, you know, but praising God too and giving him thanks for the things that he's going to do, like, just shows him that you believe that you're favored. And so that would be like one of the greatest things that I would say is just never underestimate the power of his faithfulness, because through this season, the next season, and the next season, God is going to remain faithful. And I think that's something that people should carry with them every day. Yeah.
That is so good.
Yeah.
That was for me.
It's like
the last two,
yeah.
The whole time thing.
The whole time thing.
And then that was good.
Yeah. Yeah.
God, show yourself strong today. No,
Period.
That's good. Wow. I hope y'all are blessed by this.
Yes.
I was.
Yes. I was too. I can't wait to watch it back.
The last 2 questions alone said.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay. I'm like, they just keep getting better. Like, they keep getting better.
Y'all better tune in to every episode, okay? Because her feature is going to come with the heat, okay? Lexi ain't just putting any and everybody on her stuff.
Yeah, no.
So.
No.
Yeah.
I am blessed to be surrounded by some people that are doing some pretty awesome things, but also people who have a heart for Christ in different areas of influence. So I love that. Because we all just walking it out. Yeah. The best way we know how to. But I just hope that people are blessed by the stories that are shared and the questions that have been asked. I was encouraged.
It's a great interview.
I was encouraged.
You did your thing, friend.
I can't wait to watch it back too.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for stopping by.
Of course.
I'll put all of her stuff in the description box.
Yes.
So y'all can shop, follow, book a consultation, all the things, because she does all the things. Yeah. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and share this video with all of your family and friends. This is just the beginning. It's your girl, Lexi Live.
Yes, and we out. I love you, friend. All right, that was so good.